it was a bit of tiredness, whether it was a bit of, picking yourselves up after an excellent away win in front of a big crowd at the weekend. Maybe one or two maybe found it difficult to lift themselves, I don't know, or even just because, with all due respect to Colchester, they were bottom of the league, I don't know what it was, but mentally we just didn't look right, which is disappointing. But the second half was better, and I think we hit the woodwork 4 times, which a bit of controversy about both goals, but I think you can argue if you hit the woodwork 4 times, you deserve to come away with something.
Yeah, have you got a thought on the penalty?
I couldn't see it. I couldn't see either of them, to be fair, because it is a million miles away. But usually I think players' reaction's a good indicator, and sometimes players just accept that penalties are penalties. Our reaction of our players looked like they didn't agree with the decision. Equally, so did their players with our goal as well. So you could argue that they were both slightly controversial, and we need to have a look at both of them again. But like I said, it could have been worse, because had it not been for the goal, we would have ended up staring at a defeat, having hit the woodwork 4 times. So sometimes it's just not your night.
And credit to you, even after they'd equalised, went back up the other end, hit the woodwork again, and had another couple of chances. So you kept going. You must have been really pleased with the tempo you played that.
In the second half, yeah, not in the first half. In the second half, I thought we were bright, although maybe a little bit sloppy at times. But like I say, at the end of the day, we're looking at the width of a post 4 times here, between a fairly decent win. So I suppose we must have done something right.
And you talked about belief after Saturday, and the players needing that belief. They certainly showed plenty of it tonight.
They did, but as I said before, belief and complacency are 2 different things. And if you've got one in belief, it's great. If you've got complacency, we've got an issue. And I don't know what it was that didn't make us play at any tempo in the first half. If it was complacency, then like I say, we've got an issue. But the second half was miles better. But we need to keep making sure that our confidence ensures we play at a good level and a good tempo.
He was on Sean Cooper, and that was a blow, losing him after what, 8 games?
Yeah, was it that long? Was it? I thought it was before that. So it doesn't help when you have to restructure and shuffle so early on. But obviously we had decent replacements with Danny and Josh on the bench, so that helped. But it certainly doesn't help when you have to reshuffle like that, and obviously it means we'll be without Sean for quite a while.
Yeah, is it groin injury?
It is, yeah. He said he fell funny and tweaked his groin as he fell, so we'll keep monitoring him over the next 48 hours and see where we are.
Saturday, Tranmere comes to Crawley Stadium. That's people glam it up if they want sort of early season promotion battle. How important is it to sort of play it down as just game number 8?
Well, it is, and I think that the league table starts to take place a little bit more after about a dozen games. But to be fair to Tranmere, they're flying at the minute. I think they're fairly clear at the top of the league. Had an excellent result again tonight, so it's going to be difficult. And at the end of the day, look, you can't argue with what they've done. They are where they are on merit, and early doors or no early doors, they are where they are. So hopefully there'll be a decent atmosphere. And like I say, if you'd have said after 7 games you're in a top 4 table clash at home to Tranmere, I'd have thought you were a little bit mad. But I've also said I'll take it. So we'll enjoy it while we can.
And are they these? Is it the 2 surprise packages? I mean, Tranmere are a surprise package because they've a solid League One rather than a side that got in the Championship.
Well, if you look at the run of form when Ronnie took over, I think we were the first team to beat him very last year, and it was about 6 games in. I think he'd won 5 out of 5 or something like that. So if you look at the form that they had under Ronnie last year, they were probably promotion pushers. Had it not been for the first 30-odd games of the season, and Les did a decent job at the start of the season as well. I remember speaking to him half a dozen games in, and they were mid-table. So I suppose it's no surprise really when Ronnie's took over and done what he's done. But I'm sure he won't be getting too carried away either.
I guess the sort of side there, unfortunate, aren't they? They're 2 bigger clubs than them in their city.